Welcome to Godars, a podcast and a project specifically designed for all the travelers that come to Italy seeking wellness, spirituality, and the most up-to-date forms of mind and body care. Welcome to Godars, the podcast that speaks about people who take care of themselves and of the planet. Today we are here in Uganda, Luweero, is that correct? Yeah. Visiting Pauline and Simon Peter. Hi.
Hello, my name is Pauline from Sopadad in Uganda.
And I'm Simon Peter, the husband to Pauline. We share the same. You are directors of Sopadad, Uganda.
Okay, and my name is Eva from Godars, and I'm here because last year you came to visit my farm in Sutri, and we met there, and we decided that at one point in my lifetime I would have visited you. So, tell us a little bit about what Sopadad is, your project.
Sopadad Initiative is an initiative that takes care of the homeless children, the abandoned children. First of all, we rescue them from their state of life and then rehabilitate them and then reintegrate them to their families, but also we take them back to school. Sopadad means super father, super dad, a father who cares, a dad who cares. It takes one to be a father, but it takes a more care to be a dad. And that's what Sopadad is trying to do to these children.
Today we went to visit the Sopadad Center, and it was really touching for a couple of reasons. The kids, there were about 10 kids today, although there's 31 kids at this moment taken care by Sopadad. They prepared a big song to welcome us, and so we were very touched about it. And then the other thing that was touching is that this building in a coffee plantation that was a land of your own, it was built in just 1 year, basically, with your funds. Is that correct?
Yes, we got a small donation from a friend from Austria. May she rest in peace. She passed on. She was suffering from cancer and it couldn't finish the building. So the other funds, we had to get it from ourselves to adapt to where it is now. And you saw it's very beautiful now. We are painting and we are left with a few things like drilling water from the ground and then pumping it up so that the building can have water. But also we need solar there so that we can have the light. Yes.
But what is the basic idea behind Sopadad? Why at some point of your life, you, Simon, and you, Pauline, decided that you would share part of your life, a very important part of your life, with these kids? Why? What was the moving factor inside of you?
All along, we have worked with the children since when I was very young back in Kenya. And then when I came to Uganda, I saw many kids suffering. And then I was very touched that these kids were not having anyone to take care of them. Secondly, I've worked for 10 years in a primary school, and I've been seeing challenging situations for the children who come from the streets, having no one to take care of them, and that moved me to do something more. Since 2007, we've had kids in our home, taking care of them, taking them to school. It has been a passion. to make them see a better life, because everyone needs to have an opportunity where they can live a better life.
And was that the same movement inside of you?
Yeah, it was the same because as she has explained, we saw the need that most of the children were not going to school, and most of them, even if they went to school, they would not finish. They will drop out on the way. So we had that passion to help these kids, rescue them, then help them through education and give them a future full of hope. That's what Sopadad actually means.
And what is the real meaning in the life of these kids of education, of having an instruction? What does that open for their lives?
Actually, when I look at the lives of these children and their background, it has been like a circle of poverty all along in their life. If you look at their parents and all this, none of them went to proper schools. So meaning that even these children would have gone the same, that they just don't go to school. So for them, I think this is an opportunity that really opens them up to a greater future. And also it gives that the reason why we bring them from the villages to at least to these good schools, so that they interact with others and see that there's something here, there's some life, not a village life, but there's something that you can be learned. Because when you bring them, their minds are open. Their minds are open. Then, wow, this is good. Yeah.
To add on that, we have also seen that when you give them education and some spirituality, to understand that there is a God up there who loves them, who takes care of them, then they have a brighter future. Like we have had nurses out of our program, and we have had teachers out of our program, and they have a better life now. They can work, they can earn a living. They are seeing a future now. They live a better life now. Yes, so that's the move. We want them to live a better life and also be able to help others.
And also maybe be able to understand that the power is in their hands.
Exactly. So that they are able to know that they can do something beneficial with their lives. And not only their lives, but even in the lives of others.
So they will be like an example to most of the kids around them, because there are so many that we can't manage to take care of all whatever who are there.
Yeah, we wish we could take care of all of them.
But we can't.
But we are limited. We can do whatever we can, but we would love to take care of as many as possible. Yeah.
So what would be helpful for the Sopadad organization, from whoever, to go on in this process? What is that you need to strengthen your ideas, your project, to make it more stable, let's say? What is needed from you? What do you need now? I mean, material means, or also volunteers, whatever you think it might be needed for you to be helped in your mission. I would call it a mission.
Yes, at the moment we need funding for the children to go to school. Secondly, we need to establish it by having salaries for the volunteers, but also those who are working there. The other aspect is that we need people of goodwill, volunteers who can come and work with us, partners who are available to come and give their expertise and knowledge and wisdom, so that we can do better for these children.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the coffee aspect of all this. This area where you implanted Sopadad was at the beginning a land that you owned, and where you decided to put some coffee plantation. Tell me a little bit about that and how the dream is going on with the Sopadad along.
Actually, I come from the background of farmers, so my love for trees was, together with my wife, was so great that we decided, instead of planting just normal trees, we wanted to plant coffee. So that's why we managed to get that piece of land to begin planting coffee, just to love the nature. But then out of that nature, at least it brings back something good to us as we give it to the nature, rebuilding the soil, but it gives back to us. So that's why we decided to establish that farm, but also it will be a farm like a demonstration to other farmers, that they will come to learn that there's something that you can use your hands and gain something out of it.
We also anticipate many coming to learn, as he has said, but also we want to teach even those who are involved in the lives of these children, of course their relatives, their friends who keep them. So we want them also to go through trainings and know that it's important to plant trees for our environment, but also to have plants that they can get cash crop. It becomes like a cash crop to them and they can earn some money. Yes, it will be also a training, a farming training for the other farmers.
Like a training on the job.
And skilling many children who will come, because if you realize Sopadad Center is near the farm, so sometimes we take the children through experience of how to farm, how to make the coffee grow, so that in the future they can also establish their own farms wherever they
Business
go.
Or
Business,
whatever.
yeah.
So the coaching part, both in the farming but also in the spiritual and intellectual path of these kids, is very important. Do you need also a specialized coach that comes to work with you?
Definitely we need. We really need people with expertise, and we need them to come as many as possible, because if it's one, it's of course it's good, but the more they are, the better. Yeah.
And what number of people can, in the end of your project, the Sopadad organization help to grow at the same time? I mean, how many kids can you host there in the facilities?
At the moment, we can host up to 30 kids, because we have 15 side of the girls and 15 side of the boys, including where the caretaker will be. If we have overwhelming number, they can share. But maximum at the moment is 30. Eventually, we want to increase and add some dormitories where we can host at least 40 girls and 40 boys. That brings the number to a total of 80.
Cool. Yeah. So I wish you a very good luck in this project. You wanted to say something?
Yes. So concerning the coffee project, of course our vision is so big that we need to expand this project, so that we have partnership with the other people who would like to partner with us, that we can exchange ideas, but also find a market, because within the country the market is not so much good. So we want to find ways how to market our product, so that out of those returns from the coffee, out of the returns or profits, we can plug into either to these smaller other projects like that. So that's our big vision.
So like the coffee should become exported, the core business that also gives fuel to the other social projects. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I have one question. Is the Ugandan government in some way can also help you in this, or?
At the moment, no.
No.
Because they have so many other projects they help. So I think they give permission, because we have got a permission from the government.
But it's the only thing
that's the support they can give so far. So they also ask maybe partners who are willing to partner with us in that way, just give a support to be able to, to exchange ideas and support in that way.
That's actually the reason why we came here, because this podcast we are talking in is called The Italian Map of Wellness and Spirituality.
Wow.
But it aims also to go beyond the Italian borders. I mean, to state that there's people all over around the world doing things and projecting themselves in a better future. So I wish you good luck, and I wish that maybe someone hears this podcast and might be willing to help you.
Amen.
Okay?
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Eva and Julia. It was nice meeting you. And we wish you all the best and a nice stay in Uganda.
We will.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Have some tea.
Oh, still. Wow, good.
Hope it was good.
I think so.
Yes.
and
Welcome to Godars, a podcast and a project specifically designed for all the travelers that come to Italy seeking wellness, spirituality, and the most up-to-date forms of mind and body care.